Hi everyone. Okay, this is actually part 2 of the Saturn Returns video. So, I left off earlier this morning by doing the single readings for wherever your Saturn is. So you can go to astro.com, cafeastrology.com. I'm actually thinking of putting a link down below that can also help you to identify where your Saturn is in your natal chart. So, yes, we're going to continue. We did Saturn in Aquarius and Saturn in Pisces and an overall Saturn message for everyone, for humanity, about what Saturn means for us in part 1. So, starting with part 2, we are using the Work Your Light deck, my favorite go-to deck, Rebecca Campbell, illustrated by Daniel Noel. And this is a sweet little deck that I saw Amanda Ellis on YouTube using a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, just have to get this. It's Divine Doorways. It's an interesting little thing. So we're going to get a general message, and then we're going to pull a divine door to see where we head with our Saturn in a particular sign. And then ultimately, I'm going to pull a blessing card. So the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish. What is the blessing of Saturn in whatever sign we are discussing at the moment? So let's begin. Oh, you know what? I'm going to bless the cards real quick here. Oops. Oh, interesting. This one got left over. So, okay. So, we are starting at the beginning of the zodiac with Saturn and Aries. What is the overall message for everyone who is born with their Saturn in the sign of Aries? Okay. Woo! Sagittarius. Whoa, okay. I guess that's pretty obvious, huh? Oh, I love it. How? And this is such a beautiful message because, we talked about Aries in part 1 about Saturn in part 1. And Saturn can be, lessons learned, taskmaster. But here we are. Those of you with your Saturn in Aries, this is about, playing, celebrating. Don't take life so seriously. Saturn's very serious, very serious. And I also love the fact, Aries is about individuality, and we only have one person in the little champagne cup, playing. But this is about you being comfortable with yourself and being able to be in your own solitude and still have fun. And so, yeah, I really like this. This is about don't take it so seriously, that especially when your Saturn return time comes, everything is in perfect and divine order. And so what is the door that you are walking through as a Saturn and Aries in this lifetime? What is the door that you are walking through? Maybe it's easier to shuffle them this way than the other way. Saturn and Aries. Whoa, here we go. Okay, I'm going to go with the one that pulled. Oops. That pulled. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Well, I love this illustration. Isn't that gorgeous? I just have to put my glasses on to look at and look at it a little bit closer. Look at the back of it. Hummingbird song. So for those of you with Saturn and Aries, part of what you're here to learn in this lifetime is to have fun and to be in joy. Hummingbird is all about joy. It says, nectar of sweetness, in joy it brings, the hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you can see this doorway is almost like a little nest in the trees. Isn't that cool? It almost feels like Bali to me, or even Hawaii. It has that kind of, tropical, ancient feeling to it. So yes, very much about moving, Saturn, the lesson that you're here is to have fun. Enjoy your individuality. Play, and play with your individuality. Be your own unique self. And then the blessing for Saturn and Aries is, what's the blessing for Saturn and Aries? Keep these. Blessing for Saturn and Aries. Blessing for Saturn and Aries. Blessing for Saturn and Aries. Ah! Okay. The blessing. And I love this. So simple, yet profound. And number 5 in particular, look at that. This is a 5-year, being 2021. So this is especially for this year, but at all times, but I'm really feeling it this year, that every day is a blessing, Aries. Every single solitary day is a blessing. It's an opportunity for you to live, enjoy, and to have fun. And that's what Saturn is here to provide for you in the sign of Aries. Okay, and so we'll move on. And we are now going to read Saturn in the sign of Taurus. So, my Saturn's in Taurus out there. Let's see, one card. What is your overall? 2 cards again. Oh, here we go. 1 card. Overall. Oh, get grounded. Oh, funny, because here you are, Taurus is one of the most earthy of the earth signs, right? So it's, to me, it's like Mama Earth embodied is that sign. But Saturn, it's like, okay, it's like your Saturn's in Taurus to help you to learn how to ground and be a part of this planet. I almost feel like a lot of starseeds may be in that generation. I don't know when that generation's coming up, but it will be maybe. I don't have the information in front of me, but since we are in Aquarius, so what is that, like 5 signs through the cycle? So maybe in like another 10 years, and those who were born around 10 years ago, I would say, these are heavy-duty star seeds that, Saturn's teaching them, be on this planet, be a part of this planet, and Saturn is like cultural overlay in a way, and it's very much about the traditions of society. So it's asking them almost to be like not enculturated, but to learn the human way is what I'm feeling, to be a human on this earth plane. So, yeah, getting grounded for Saturn and Taurus. Let's see what the door is that you are learning to walk through with your Saturn and Taurus. What is being provided for the Saturn and Taurus? Oh, this is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite, very, 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 very favorite colors. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Like Mediterranean blue, turquoise. And, oh, interesting, deeper, going deeper. So, it says, you are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, hold on. Okay, and I really love this door. I think it's gorgeous. And look, it has Taurus is the number 2 sign in the zodiac. And I like the fact that this is a double door. It has the 2 different handles to it. So it just feels very Taurian. And the fact that it's so beautiful, too. I'm feeling this deeper. I was talking about how the getting grounded is about these especially the star seeds. And I'm feeling even more so like this deeper is about getting deeper into the human experience and really using, Taurus could be very material world. So this is like getting into the subtleties of not just the material world, but of the cosmos, and bringing like this is sort of like a blending of like, okay, the starseeds getting grounded, and then the starseeds and everyone else also going deeper into what the earth experience has to provide. I feel like also deeper. This is also an indication because, you know, if we just do the quick math and say, okay, we're in Aquarius now and we just started. So Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and then Taurus would be the fourth cycle. So we would be going into Saturn and Taurus about 3 times 3 in about 10 years, about 9 to 10 years. So we are where 2021, so it would be 2031. So I am feeling as we move into that 2031, into the next Saturn and Taurus cycle, that we will be much deeper into the Aquarian age and much deeper into our 5D plus realities. Okay. And so overall, the blessing for my people who are Saturn and Tauruses. Saturns and Taurus. What's your blessing? This is funny, but I love it. Okay, a blessing on your sleep. And look at that owl. Love that owl medicine. Oh gosh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, a blessing on your sleep. So, because of the starseed energy that this is carrying, I feel like the blessing on your sleep is for so many of you starseeds who have been traveling, who are astral traveling into other dimensions, that you are definitely, they're blessing your sleep so you can safely, easily travel to your home planets. You can see your star family and come back and reintegrate easily back into human form. Okay. So, and I love all the, like how this matches, like all the blues and the blue flowers here. So pretty. Okay. My starseeds in Gemini. Okay. Or my starseeds, or maybe that was my Saturn, my starseeds who are Saturns in Gemini. Maybe that's it. Okay. Let's see. Saturn and Gemini. For those who have Saturn and Gemini, what is their overall message? For those who have Saturn and Gemini, what is their overall message? Whoa, there we go. Oh, this should be easy for people who have their Saturn and Gemini. I would think, I don't know, but this is my opinion. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Now, Geminis love to like dig deep and question. So the Saturn's like even like, okay, it's like even more, no tentativeness, okay? Moving forward, questioning, do what you do, going forward, okay? So yeah, taking leaps of faith. Gemini is a Mercury-ruled sign. It is about the mind. So the leap is more about, okay, being more in your heart and just feeling your passion and going with the heart. Okay, so it's kind of balancing it out, like not being so in the head, not being so analytical, not always just questioning from the head. It's like, oh yeah, great question from the head, but also feel it in the heart. Heart says yes, leap and have faith. This is really about having faith. Okay, so what is the door that Saturn opens and provides wisdom for Saturn and Gemini? Oh, that was easy. That came right out. Oh, this is so different too. Look at that. It's a metal door. And it also is a double door, which I love because it's the twins, right? Gemini's the twins. And this is really a curious one. A cure for longing. And it says, love is happiness, a spark inside, live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Wow. Choose boldly, live deliberately, and choose. It's really going back to this main message. So, my Geminis, who have my Saturn in Geminis. I feel like part of what Gemini is providing, or excuse me, what Saturn and Gemini is providing for you, is this ability to not get caught like in a hamster wheel in the mind about questioning, and that it will allow you to leap forward and to make bold choices, to do the proper amount of questioning, and then not get caught up in it though, and then be able to act, okay? To act. And so, because, Saturn rules Capricorn, and Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It's a sign of activity, and it's its number one, it's Saturn's exalted in Capricorn. So Saturn does have that action element to it. And I'm feeling that that Saturn in that form of taking action, it's about, yes, patience, but it's not about standing still and waiting forever, okay? Or arriving at the bus stop too soon and having to wait for hours, okay? It's about proper timing. And so this is really what Saturn also rules time, by the way. So Gemini, it's about proper timing. Also, the cure for longing. That, when I first just read that part, what came up is like Gemini's the twin. So anyone who is longing for their twin, that archetypal twin, in whatever way, shape, or form that shows up for you, whether it's a literal twin, whether it is an astral twin, whether it's a guardian angel twin, whatever it is, that that Saturn is helping to move through any of that yearning and longing feeling. Okay, and then the blessing for Saturn and Gemini is blessing for Saturn and Gemini. Blessing for Saturn and Gemini. Oh boy, how funny. Okay. Love this. And look, we've got two owls. Here is another owl. I love it too. And it's also, how funny, my Saturn in Taurus, my Saturn in Gemini, both have got the crescent moon and the white owl with them. However, two very different messages. Gemini, a blessing of forgiveness. Okay? And I like the fact that there are actually two beings in this card for my Geminis, because my twins, a blessing of forgiveness. And so that's also a part of this, a cure for longing and this leap. So this is providing the ability for you to forgive, not to keep on holding on lifetime to lifetime to lifetime of old karmic garbage, but to learn how to forgive and to move on, to move forward. Okay. So now we are going to do Cancer. Saturn and Cancer, all my Saturns and Cancer out there. All my Saturns and Cancer out there. All my Saturns and Cancer out there. Overall message. Whoa! Well, you, my dears, are learning to be leaders. How interesting. In Cancer, you would think like, oh, it'd be Saturn and Leo. But no, Leos have the natural leadership. Cancers can be that sign, which is great, who love to sit home and eat chocolate and watch Netflix. And we all need that, to chill and watch some Netflix and to be in a cozy blanket with a cup of tea. Beautiful. This, though, is asking, and Cancer is the sign of the mother. It's ruled by the moon, so it definitely is very much that divine feminine energy. And the priestess as the representative of the divine feminine coming through. So my Saturn and Cancers, couple different messages. you're learning how to step up and get off the couch and outside the home, Cancer rules the home, and to become leaders. And, you know, in this day and age, it's actually easy to be a leader from your house. Like here I am, right? Because we are all doing so much online. And so, yes, you can actually be a leader from your house. So this is like the perfect Cancerian in Saturn environment. But anyway, it also is this learning how to really integrate your divine feminine and be in your divine feminine energies. I really have a feeling that that is coming through very deeply, very, very deeply with Saturn in Cancer. I'm also hearing healing any mother wounds too. Oops. And what is the divine doorway? What's the doorway for my Saturn Cancer? Whoa, that fell right out. Did you see that? Oh, this is gorgeous. And look at that doorway is right here, and it's taking you outside of your home. Taking you outside the home, my dears. Okay? And it says, begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. Isn't that beautiful? So, all my Saturn and Cancers, I do have to tell you, you have a lot of wisdom to bring to the world right now. You're being asked to step up as leaders. And that leadership can just, it's just asking you to begin here with just stepping onto the threshold or just over the threshold of your door, just stepping outside of your comfort zone, because Cancer is all about comfort. And so this is about, little nudge getting us outside of our comfort zone. So yes, begin here with one little baby step. And then what is the blessing for those who have Saturn and Cancer? What is your blessing message for Saturn and Cancer? Blessing message. I do love it. Of course, being the divine feminine, a blessing of the earth. So yes, my Saturn and Cancer, part of what you're here as a leader and as that divine feminine is really associated when, oh my gosh, because it's not a generational, Saturn is not a generational thing, but it is 2.5 to 3 years. And so it is it's still a chunk of people, depending on what kind of generation you're looking at. Let's say a generation is usually 10 years. So yeah, it's only a third of that or less than a third. However, it's still a good chunk of people that are here together, and it repeats every 12 years. So it's still a big, or did I say that right? No, I think that's Jupiter. So 3 times 12, actually, it's more like 36 years or 28 years. Sorry, I'm like channel mode. But anyway, can't do math at all. I'm a channel mode, none. Okay, so, but what I love is we talked about how as the priestess energy, you're also here to really be in and learn about the divine feminine energy within yourself. But also, too, we know that this planet is carrying divine feminine. She is divine feminine. She is Mama Gaia. She is Mother Earth. And so you are also part of your, I'm just getting environmentalism. I mean, that's the obvious one, but it's just the respect for the earth. Though those generations are really going to bring awareness to the planet as I feel like a living being, a living soul, versus I'm here on this thing that's spinning. Like it's just like being in like real union. Their unity consciousness is understanding that we are walking in tandem, hand in hand, with the planet that we are on. How beautiful. Okay. For those of you who have Saturn in Leo. Saturn in Leo. Okay. here's a message for my overall message for my people out there that have their Saturn in Leo. Okay. Woo! Oh, this should be easy for the Leos. Take a break. Oh yeah, life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So Leos do like to have fun. It's the sign of having a good time, of love, of celebration. So it's like Saturn is reminding us, when our Saturn's in Leo, it's reminding us, take a break, have fun, really, I feel like these are people with a lot of past life stuff that were just like hard workers or slaves, or servants. It has that kind of, like just work, kind of energy around it. So in this lifetime, you're learning how, you and the Aries, interesting, the two fire signs, right? Learning how to really tap into your passion and play and to take a break and rest. This is also about resting and to know that everything's in perfect and divine timing. Okay? So, the door that my Saturns and Leo are walking through, oh, there's two there, so I want one. What is the door? Oh, here it is. Ooh, this one's beautiful too. Love this. This is another country door, like my Saturn and Cancers. Oh, interesting. It says 3 of Cups. Oh, okay. 3 of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 of Cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Okay, so for those of you who know the tarot, 3 of Cups is a tarot card. And the 3 of Cups is usually traditionally portrayed with 3 women of 3 different ages representing the triple goddess in that form. And it's about celebration, party, weddings, okay? Emotional, happy times, that light us up. That is absolutely the energy of Leo. Of, okay, learning how to celebrate, learning how to gather with people, learning how to be in family and multi-generational situations, and and being all in joy around that. So yes. And it's also that take a break to celebrate your life. Take a break to celebrate the small and the big moments. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be a wedding. It could be time to go outside and celebrate. The sun is shining and it's a beautiful day. Leo's ruled by the sun. Loves that sunshine. So, blessing message for my Saturns in Leo. Oh, interesting. This is like a blessing on a home. A blessing on a home. I love that. It's so beautiful. I'm really feeling that part of the celebration, this is emotional fulfillment and it has to do with the family, the 3 of Cups. And so this is a part of this blessing on a home has to do with our Leos our Saturns and Leos are really learning how to just chill and rest and be home and to celebrate their home and to celebrate the family life within the home. Whether you're single and live alone or whether you're living in a multi-generational family situation, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm just feeling like it's almost like you're bringing in that Cancerian element of comfort, hominess, chilling out. And so that's the message for my Saturns and Leo. Okay, Saturn's in Gemini. The overall message for Saturn in Gemini. Or excuse me, Saturn in Virgo. I'm thinking Gemini. I'm thinking Virgo and saying Gemini. This is Saturn in Virgo. Saturn in Virgo. They're both Mercury ruled. Maybe that's why. Saturn in Virgo. Saturn in Virgo. Saturn in Virgo. My dad was actually Saturn in Virgo. He was born in 1921. Oh, baby. Yeah, my dad lived to be 96. He actually had 3 Saturn returns. So, he had a big mission, I guess. And I love that age of light. So, my Saturn in Virgos, you are here to remember who you are. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're here to help bring in the light. Let's see. So we are in Aquarius now. So Capricorn, it would be Capricorn. I'm counting backwards here. I'm like, oh no. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra. And so it'd be about 3 times 4. So 12, those of you who were born about over 12 years ago. So that would have been, this is 21, 11, 2009. Like, just as an estimate, anyone who was born or had children born between like 2005 and 2008. You have to look up the exact dates. But yeah, this is a precious, precious group of kids again. Huge light workers. They're bringing in big stuff. And then those that were born about 30 years before that. So you would have been born, let's see, 2005, so 95, 85, 75, I think, right around 1975, if I'm counting correctly. So yeah, so the Saturn in Virgo, the most important part that you are here, that Saturn is assisting you with as a soul breakthrough, is to remember who you are, to remember all of your soul gifts, and to know that you have come here as an Aquarian being to be able to shift into the light of this planet. This is big and this is beautiful. I feel, because she's Egyptian, that there is a lot of the Egyptian mysteries that this generation will bring forward more so into their adulthood. Okay, so those that were born, that 2005, 2015, they're teenagers right now. So, once I'm feeling like late teens, early 20s, we're going to see a lot of energy shift. This is a beautiful group who are here on a big mission. Remember who you are. This is about remember who you are and all the gifts that you've acquired to uplift this planet. Okay, let's see what the doorway is for my Saturns in Virgo. Ooh, I'm getting so much energy in my crown just talking about Saturn and Virgo here. Okay, my Saturns in Virgo. Oh, beautiful. That's gorgeous. Look at this message. Huh! Destiny. Saturn in Virgo. You are here to learn, accept, and embody your destiny as a being who has been training for it for lifetimes to bring in the age of light. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plan of destiny unravel true. Whew! Now I wish I had the exact years, but look it up. I'm going to put the link below, and you know who you are. This is not to say that all of us, no matter where your Saturn is bringing in big stuff. But man, the Saturn in Virgo generation is really going to help to shift this planet in a big way. And, Virgo, that would make sense because, Virgo's the healer. Virgo rules healing, health. So it would make sense that people who are born with their Saturn in Virgo would be the ones who are here to bring in ancient and galactic healing modalities for the age of light. So let's see what your blessing is for Saturn and Virgo. Saturn and Virgo. Woo! Oh, there's 2. I only want 1, so sorry. Oh, here we go. Here's the 1. Oh, okay. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. So, my dears, this doesn't mean a literal war, but this does mean that my Saturn and Virgos are definitely here to this is the age of light. They're here to bring in light and to triumph over the darkness. It's that simple. We don't think of Virgos as being warriors, but man, they're coming in with a lot of that energy right now. Okay, that's my Saturn and Virgo. Oh, I'm getting so much energy in my crown talking about them. And okay. This is for, let me see. This is for my Saturn in Libra. Saturn in Libra. Saturn in Libra. Ah! Okay, it's interesting because I did put all the cards back in, so you actually got the card that we pulled for our general message overall for all Saturnian energy for all of us. And so you got this is Saturn, the patience card, to wait, postpone, say no, and to pause. So my Libras are being asked to chill, to pause, to be patient. This is what you're here to learn. Also, too, it's one step at a time I'm getting. One step at a time, walking towards the pyramid. Knowing that when you don't receive divine guidance, that's divine guidance in and of itself. That clarity is until you hear the clear guidance, that no guidance or confusing guidance is like pause. Libras, it's like step, take a pause, go within. Because I know my Libras are usually very social, right? So Saturn's like asking, like, oh, pause. And Libra loves company. I'm really feeling like this is about solitude too. Pausing, being still, going into solitude. Okay, so my Saturn in Libra's door. What is their divine door that Saturn is having them walk through? What is their divine door? Oh, here we go. Ah, love it. I love them all, Freedom flows. This is gorgeous. Just beautiful. And Libra's the scales, right? It's balance, it's harmony. And, these two completely are in harmony. They mirror each other. Totally in balance. I love that. Freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Okay, so in its lowest vibration, Libra can it can represent codependency. Libra is about marriage and about partnership and about harmony and balance. So with this freedom flows, I really love that, because to me that's saying about, getting out of codependent relationships where having your Saturn in Libra will actually help you to be in a place of being by yourself, being in solitude, loving yourself for yourself completely, and coming out of any old lifetime patterns in particular of codependency. Right? And that's huge. Freeing the soul from any codependence. That is the Aquarian way. That's where we're going in the 5D. Beautiful. And the blessing for my Libras, my Saturn and Libras, their blessing message is, oh, this is really interesting. Okay, a blessing for good men and fathers. So, like I said, Libra rules marriage, it rules partnership, it rules business partnership. So that generation of, or not the generation, but the 3-year period where your Saturn is in Libra, you were born with that. This is really, I'm feeling like, first of all, that it's providing the lesson of that real, like, divine masculine, getting out of the toxic masculine. We talked about also codependency, so, getting out of the toxic masculine and the toxic feminine. But this is saying that, okay, I know there's so many women who are like, okay, I'm ready. Where is that divine masculine counterpart for me? Well, this generation in particular is really like, okay, this is part of their big Saturnian lesson that they are here to experience. And also, too, that it is about integration of the divine feminine, or the divine masculine within themselves. And it's the divine. It's not the toxic. It's the divine. So it's rising above, and interestingly enough, Saturn rules the patriarchy. So it's rising above the culture of toxic masculinity. So this is beautiful. Thank you. So that's my Saturn in Libra. Saturn in Scorpio. Okay. Hasn't been so long since we have experienced this as a collective. Saturn in Scorpio was like only about 5 years ago, it seems. 5, 6 years ago, maybe. Saturn in Scorpio. Okay. Saturn in Scorpio. What's the overall message for Saturn in Scorpio? One card. Oh! Gotta love it. Okay, the pillars of light. Okay, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Okay, Scorpio is one of the most psychic signs, if not the most psychic sign of the entire zodiac. So those of you who have been backing off from that talent, from that gift, you are definitely, Saturn is here to like give you a little kick. Give you that nudge to move into, your psychic self, to listen to your intuition, really opening up. Also, too, I'm getting like opening up all the light bodies, like just coming into a full light body, opening up all the light codes, all the DNA. And so, yeah, this is beautiful. This is spiritual awakening. Saturn and Scorpio is definitely, all of Saturn and everything is a spiritual awakening, but I'm feeling for those that are going to do their Saturn returns with Saturn and Scorpio, huge. And it feels like it's a lot of psychic ability and intuitive ability that will open up. That's what you're here to discover. So the doorway. What is the divine door that Saturn and Scorpio opens? What is the divine door? Whoops. Okay, there we go. Ooh, interesting. I love this too. Isn't that gorgeous? And the Odyssey. Okay. Taking the beauty of country lands and botany, explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Okay. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at how funny. Like they're the exact same shades of color. They both have that like turquoisey blue and that pink. Oh boy, I feel this Odyssey is the thymus right here is the thymus chakra. This is where the thymus gland is, the thymus chakra, but it's also the higher heart chakra. This turquoisey blue is the color, and this is also more of actually sky blue. This is the throat chakra. So these pinks and these blues to me are like, higher heart chakra and the throat chakra. So there is a definite speaking out as a part of the gift that Saturn and Scorpio is bringing you. a speaking out, and a really speaking out for humanity, getting the truth to humanity, being able to, that's the psychic ability opening up, seeing things telepathically, and just being so solid in that, and then speaking that for the goodness, for humanity to know the truth. That's huge. This is also a big journey. I do feel that my Saturns and Scorpios, even though Scorpio isn't really known for doing a lot of traveling, I feel like there's something about that generation activating the sacred sites and the grids across the world, especially when they come into their next return. Okay. And then the overall blessing for the Saturn and Scorpios. Oh, blessing on a homecoming. I love that. Number 44, the angel code. So, blessing on a homecoming. So, after all of your traveling, going on your odyssey here, any feelings of feeling lost, any feelings of not feeling like yourself, this is coming home to yourself, and this is coming home to your full self. Scorpio, as we all know, rules the shadow. So this is like the beautiful integration of the shadow and the light within us. That's the pure. You've got the pillar of light and coming home to the fullness of your complete self. And that's the fullness of your psychic ability, as well as the fullness of the shadow and the light within you. It's coming into non-duality. Okay, that's the message for Saturn and Scorpio. Okay. And we are going to go to now Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn in Sagittarius. Okay, my Saturn's in Sagittarius. Oh, how beautiful. The Mintaking card. Okay, the original light workers. So, those kids in particular, they've been born within the last few years. Probably like that were born 6 years ago to like 4 to 6 years ago, 4 to 7 years ago. Whoa, big light beings. Big light beings. Whoa, the original light workers. So this generation is also here, and I love that, the mermaid energy. We did get earlier in one of the readings about this connection to the earth and the earth healing. I'm really feeling that my Saturn, and it's interesting at Sagittarius, it's a fire sign, but what they're here to learn is to really integrate with the oceans, with the oceanic self, with the mermaid energy, with especially I'm hearing dolphin and whale too. Like really, it's almost like a mastery of the dolphin and whale sonar. Yeah, sonar. And also going back, this is a very galactic, Mintanken is a planet that no longer exists. It was in the Orion belt. And so going back to those roots of your planetary heritage of Mintanken. All my Saturn's in Sagittarius. What is the door that you are walking through? What's the door you're walking through? If your Saturn's in Sagittarius, what's the door? Woo! There we go. Ah! Intuition. Okay. There we are. Simple, complex. Words of pain or words that heal. You come to know truth by the way it feels. Okay. Okay, my original light workers. Following, with Saturns are in Scorpio. Following your intuition. Following your intuition. That is leading you to where you are going. Saturn is like, this is a nudge for people to really wake up. You know, I said earlier in the first video that Saturn's about a spiritual awakening. My interpretation is it causes spiritual awakenings. It realigns you with your path. This is definitely, for my Saturn and Scorpio, a realignment to the highest potential of your divine destinies. Getting your intuition online, remembering where you came from, healing the oceans, working in tandem with the high sonar and the dolphins and the whales and their galactic heritages. That's what's coming through for you. Okay, so my finally, the blessing for my Saturn and Sagittarius. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is a Sagittarius thing if there ever was one. A blessing to find the truth. That's where your intuition is going to guide you. That's what your heritage as an original light worker from Mintakan is going to lead you to. Finding the truth. Finding the truth. And I feel since it was in the last Saturn and Scorpio, we talked about them speaking the truth. I feel like these two generations being side by side, you know, they're only going to be like 6 years apart, maybe 7 years apart from the first year to the last year. They, you know, and some of them may, if there's a retrograde, some of them may have been born in the same year. I feel these generations are really going to be working together to Saturn and Sagittarius is finding the truth, and the Saturn and Scorpios are the ones who are going to be voicing it. Yeah, and look at that. Look at all that blue. Truth, truth, truth. And look at them. Look at the cards. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Both of them. All truth and throat chakra. Truth is the throat chakra also. And this mission, opening up your intuition by Saturn and Sagittarius, it starts this year in this 5-year, 2021. Okay, last but not least, and this is for my Saturn and Capricorn. I'm also a Saturn. That's me. I'm Saturn and Capricorn. And like me, if you're born in the later degrees, you are still in it, or the last 2 decades, essentially almost like from 10 degrees to 29 degrees. You could still be feeling a little bit of the Saturn return. So, for our message, it being Saturn and Capricorn, message for those who have Saturn and Capricorn. What is the overall message for those who have Saturn and Capricorn? Oh, beautiful. Okay, here we are, Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Oh, this is so true. Okay, so for my fellow beings who have Saturn and Capricorn and may still be going through a Saturn return with their Saturn and Capricorn, what Saturn is enabling us to do is to have patience, understand the divine plan, understand that everything's in divine timing, and to understand that we are divinely protected and looked after. To communicate with the councils of light that are surrounding us, to communicate with our own guides of divine love, to communicate to the source of all that is, to know that that exists, and to not just get mired into the 3D, not get mired into the material world, to know that miracles are everyday occurrences, to know that what we do, who we are, what we speak, touches everyone and creates ripples throughout the multiverse. Okay. What is the doorway for Saturn and Capricorn? What is the doorway for Saturn and Capricorn? Oh! Ah! It's funny, this one came up. This came up for the overall message of Saturn. Patience. And of course, we all know Saturn rules patience, right? And it says, everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Things will be all right. divine orchestration, divine timing. And as you can see with this patience card, this door takes quite a few steps to reach versus this one, right? It's right there. Look at how long. This is the journey, enjoying the journey. Not just getting to the end, but to enjoy everything along the way and to look at the scenery along the way and know that everything is in perfect and divine order always. Okay? And I feel in 2020, this was interesting because, of course, Saturn was in Capricorn in 2020, that this was really lacking. Where, and there's still, I feel, carryover, where everything that goes on around us is not void of the divine. It is all part of a divine plan, that everything is in divine orchestration, and that we are being divinely guided. Okay? So, for those of us that may have forgotten that there is divinity surrounding us, it's time to bring that divinity back into the mix of our everyday life, to be a part of the everyday life. And then finally, the blessing for those with Saturn and Capricorn. Oh, came right out. Oh, here we go. Yep, there's the warrior. There's the sacred warrior. A blessing on your boundaries. Okay, my dears, Capricorn, interesting. Oh, in the first message, we had that no card that was about just say no. So Saturn teaches us, because, Saturn's about tradition. And in our culture, there's a tradition to say yes to everything, especially if you're a woman. And so, a blessing on the boundaries teaches us healthy, divine, masculine actions. And this allows us to be in service at a greater, higher level. And to, I have to say, to fight for what we believe in. And it's, even though she looks very warrior-esque here, at the same time, this could be construed like, oh, she's protecting the boundaries of her land. But it's about our inner boundaries. And it's about our inner boundaries. And the sword is not out in front, it's behind her. So it's cutting away any cords that have us attached to saying yes out of obligation and guilt. And I feel that that's what that sword is really cutting away, is the guilt, the obligation, the fear of not being liked, the need to people please. Cutting that away. That's what her sword of truth is for. Okay, everyone. That's for my Saturn and Capricorns who are still going through part of their Saturn. Some of us are still going through our Saturn returns. So, thank you, everyone. It's been such a pleasure. And if you like this type of video, please let me know. Give it a like, give it a share, send me a comment. Much love. Bye now.